Good evening. I want to thank you for joining me tonight. My name is Kelly Wentworth. I am an independent demonstrator from Kennebunk, Maine. And I'm excited to be here with you tonight. I've taken a few weeks off, so it's been a little bit, but I'm excited to share my holiday products with you out of our new holiday mini catalog that just launched this month. And I'm just going to check and make sure everything is where it needs to be. If you pop on, just say hello and let me know that you're there. If you are watching the replay on YouTube, please say hello and let me know where you're watching from. I like to interact with everyone. So when you pop on, say hello, let me know that you're there and that you can see or hear me. What a beautiful evening it is here tonight. Sun is shining, upper 70s, absolutely beautiful. We've actually had some great weather, so I've been very happy. Lots of pool time with my grandchildren. Okay. Say hello. Let me know where you're watching from. Let me know you're there. Okay. So here's the mini catalog. Isn't it beautiful? Now, if you have ordered from me in the last 6 months, you automatically got this sent to you. If you did not and you'd like a catalog, let me know. Reach out to me. You can email me or you can send me a private message on Facebook and let me know that you are interested in one, and I can get one out to you. I placed my order, and actually I tried to go live a couple weeks ago, and I definitely had an issue getting my phone hooked up. So that was what the issue was last time. For some reason, my iPhone would not connect. But anyways, it's working this week, which is great. And what I'm going to do, what I thought I would do, is I would go through these tabs are kind of showing me all, the products that I have, and I'm going to kind of go in order of the catalog. But how many of you have this? And if you do have it, what is your favorite product out of the holiday mini? Do you have a favorite? Let me know. I'm curious as to what your favorite is. I know for me personally, I kind of took a different approach when I looked at this catalog this time. And I really looked at, like, as I went through, I kind of looked at like what items here in the catalog really talked to me in some way. What stood out? What was it about the set that I really liked? So I kind of went on my own personal likes, what I thought I would like to create with, maybe something part of the stamps or the dies that stood out for me. There are sometimes certain things, and I'll point those out as I go through some of my products, of what, kind of what caught my eye when I was kind of looking through the catalog. But let me know what you like, and what are some of your favorites. So we're going to go ahead and get started. So, and I like doing this because a lot of times, our catalogs, I think, are wonderful. They're beautiful. They illustrate our products, I think, very well. But I think, being able to see it live on a video, at least, really helps give some insight to the products, maybe a better look at the paper, that type of thing. So it kind of, you can kind of look at it up close and personal. So, all right, so let's get started. And the first tab here, this was the first set that actually stood out for me when I went through the book. I know it's at the beginning of the book, and I actually went right through the whole catalog. And I did like a first pass wish list and wrote it down and everything. And then I came back and I absolutely loved this set. And the things that stood out for me on this set were these dies. Now, this one right here is like one big die. So let me show you. This is a huge suite of products, and it's called Sweetest Christmas. So it's got 2 bundles. Okay. And the first one is, let me just move the book here. So the first one has this beautiful sweet candy cane stamp set. And what I liked on the stamp set that stood out for me were these huge candy canes. Now obviously we've had candy canes in the past, but these ones are bigger than what we've ever had in the past. So to me, these would make a nice focal point on a card. I also liked, again, I'm a font person and I like various fonts, and I like the fact that these have some bold fonts, but they also have some script fonts in it. And I also liked about the candy canes is there's one that candy canes that go each way. So you could make 2 candy canes and put them together, stamp them out, cut them out, whatever way you want to do it. Now this is a cling stamp, red rubber. Okay. And then the dies that go with this really, really stood out. Now, do you see this one right here? One big die. Now, what you could do with this die is, and the samples are in the catalog, you could use the DSP that goes with this, and we're going to look at that in a minute. But look at the DSP that goes with this. You could actually cut this out, and this could be a huge focal point on the front of your card. But then you could take this die, turn it over, turn it the other way, and you can get the stripes going, or whatever design you're going to use, going the opposite way. I have not played with this set yet, but I am really excited to start playing with this. So it was this big die right here stood out for me, but that's just part of it. There's another whole other set in here. So let's open that up. And here are your 2 candy canes that go either way. Okay. This one right here is really cool because you could actually cut this out, and you can actually, this could be for a sentiment, but you can also, you can see it in the book. Let me see how they use this with the candy cane. See how they put it through and it opens up on either end? Those would make some really nice favors for a holiday party. They would be great for work peers if you do a little desk drop at work. Lots of different ways to kind of use that. I love that. And then you have some, of course, you have some accents here. So can't wait to get started with this set here. And that's the first bundle of this set. And then the second one is called Christmas Banners. And this stamp set has 3 stamps that have banners in them. And then they also have some coordinating dies. It also has a lot of, like hollies and twigs and leaves. So you could really embellish your card front very easily and add dimension to it by building your card up. And look at all the dies that you get in here. So you got your banners, you got your 3 big banners. You've got your leaves, and look, this one will cut out this one will cut out this one. So lots of different, you got 2 cutouts here. A lot of potential with this set. And what's even more important, and don't forget, you can combine the sets and you can actually use your candy canes and you can actually build up some greenery from this set and use it on your candy cane set. Lots of potential with this one. And again, this stamp set is photopolymer. So a little bit different, but you have your banners, you have your leaves, you have your hollies. You have some really nice sayings, season's greetings, happy, Christmas wishes, happy, season's happy, 'tis the season just for you. Lots of different ways to use this set. And again, integrate them with the other bundle in this suite of products. And you've got a lot of potential within just this suite of products. Now, other ones that go with this is a huge suite of products. Hey, Lisa, how are you? So this also comes with real red and white glimmer paper. And this is 6x6. And look at that. Look at how pretty. Can you see that? Is that showing up on the camera? Look at how beautiful that. Oh, there it goes. Look at that. So lots, if you think about the candy canes and using some of this glimmer paper, and then the white glimmer paper is just stunning. And of course the red, speaks for itself. I'm doing well, Lisa. So glad to see you on. How have you been? Are you enjoying the summer? Isn't that pretty? Now wait until you see this paper. This paper is so beautiful. Okay, and this paper actually comes in and garden green, pool party, real red, and sweet sorbet. Whoops, I just hit the camera. So with the dies of the candy canes, let me get those back out again and show you. You could use these right on the DSP and cut that out. Cut them out and add them to your card front, just the way it is if you wanted to. Yeah, it's been a busy summer, hasn't it? Are you still working? So you've got that one, and then you've got the stripes. Now the big die will look beautiful with this. Isn't that gorgeous paper? So you've got, and then you've got the little candy canes in the red. Isn't that pretty? And the back side is the green stripes. And then this one has the pool party in it as well, which I think makes it, kind of tones it down a little bit. And then you've got your red dots, red polka dots. I love this one. Love that. This one has the green and white dots on the back. This one has the red stripe. Think about that big die, just using it on this paper, how beautiful that would be. And then here's that. And that's got the diamonds on the back. Oh, you are working through the summer. Oh, your daughter has a job. Yeah, that could be a little challenging, huh? Well, that's good, though. Good for her. Okay, so those two papers actually come with this suite of products. And then the last is the bling for this. And look at these. You have red and green and white and gold bling. Aren't those gorgeous? Can you see those? Look at that. How pretty those would be. Beautiful. And these are called adhesive backed seasonal sequins. Perfect for the sweeter products. So that is that suite of products. Isn't that beautiful? I bet that's making it hard, Lisa, to have to, if you're working full time and then you have to kind of go back and forth to bring her. But I think it's good that she's doing that. That's wonderful. I didn't even think she was old enough. My goodness, where does the time go? Okay, so that one is called Sweetest Christmas. And then the next one, oh my goodness, this is so pretty. This is called Leaves of Holly. She's 16? Holy moly. Wow. Now, I've already seen a lot of people using this set as well. And what I think is really awesome is that they're not just using it for Christmas. So you could certainly use it for Christmas and wait until you see the DSP that goes with this. It's really pretty too. But I like this because it's got the berries. It's two-step stamping. So you can do your photopolymer. So you can do your detail leaves, and you got your berries. You got all kinds of really nice sayings, season's greetings, Christmas wishes, really big and bold. And then you've got some that are really nice for the inside, from our home to yours, to friends near and far. How many times do you have family or friends that live kind of far away and you're not going to see them for the holidays? What a great stamp set to use that sentiment. And then you've got and peace and joy. Really, really pretty. And then the dies, wait until you see how many dies are in this set. Are you stamping it all, Lisa? Now look how big these are. These could be the focal point of your card. And I love this one because this one has, look how beautiful that would be. You can stamp your sentiment and then have leaves coming off of it. How pretty would that be? And then you've got banners here. And you've got leaves, and you've got, you got your berries. Really, really nice set. And then the paper for this one, this paper, look at how beautiful with the poinsettias, or poinsettia is, however way you want to say it. You haven't stamped in a while? Oh, well, I haven't stamped a lot recently, but I just started getting back in my craft room and starting to get stamping and playing with some of these new products. Well, I played with some Celebration, and I'm going to show you the hippos are so much fun. Wait till I show you that at the end. But look at this paper. Look how beautiful and vibrant this paper is. Isn't that pretty? And then that's the other side. How pretty. And then these ones. What I like about this is the little specks in the back on that. Isn't that gorgeous? How pretty of a card front would this make? Look at that. How gorgeous. And then that's the back side. Again, can be used for any season, not just Christmas. And then you've got your evergreen trees. Now, this set has a lot of my favorite colors, and we're going to go through that in a second. But you've got all your evergreen trees there, and then look at that side. Isn't it beautiful? How gorgeous. And then I love this, kind of a little bit more vintage, but I love seeing the holly and the berries. And I like the background on it. And then look at that, how pretty. Again, not just Christmas if you don't want to use it for just Christmas. And then these ones. Look how gorgeous that is. And then look at this one. How beautiful is this paper? And then that's the back side. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. Yeah, the artist who painted this did a really, really good job. And the colors that are in this are my favorites for Christmas. Cherry Cobbler, Evening Evergreen, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Poppy Parade, Real Red, Sahara Sand, Shaded Spruce, Soft Succulent, and Soft Suede. So this paper will go with a lot of the colors that you already have. And whatever your favorite colors are for Christmas. Shaded Spruce last year was my favorite. But Evening Evergreen got added because it was an in color last year. And I absolutely love that. And that's still with us as well. So the other two pieces that I did not get yet of this set, because I didn't buy the whole suite, I bought this as my half price item, is the naturally woven ribbon and then the wood elements. Which you could get these wood elements and then you can use your blends and you could color it in, and with the cherry cobbler it would look really pretty. So see how they're doing it here? How pretty is that? Very, very nice. So that is Leaves of Holly suite of products. Isn't that beautiful? Okay, next one is another huge suite of products. This one's called Lights Aglow. Okay, so let me show you this one. So you've got two stamp sets, two bundles. You've got the Christmas lights. Look at these. Now look how big the snowflake is. And then look how big this tree is. Then you can make some like Christmas lights hanging down, like banners or Christmas lights hanging down. How pretty is that? But focal points both with the Christmas tree and with this huge snowflake. Isn't that gorgeous? And this one is also red rubber. Okay, and then I think what stood out for me with this set is I love Christmas trees and I love snowflakes for the holidays. But look at those dies. Can you see that? See how you would cut and emboss at the same time, which a lot of our dies are doing now. So you can do the Christmas tree by itself, or you can use the outer one and cut it out. Look at the big snowflake, and then you've got multiple little snowflakes. You've got your banner that you can do Christmas lights with, to either do hanging Christmas lights or use it across the tree or whatever. You could do lots of different things with that. Another snowflake over here. Isn't it gorgeous? So cut and emboss at the same time. It's all ridged. So it's going to cut and emboss at the same time. So this bundle is called Christmas Lights, and the dies are the Twinkling Lights. And that's bundle 1 of this suite. And the second one I absolutely loved as well because it's got all these sayings. Season's greetings, happy holidays. It's got some great inside sets. You know, may the peace of the season light your world, and may your new year be the brightest. And then the dies that go with this called Labels Aglow. Look at these. Now, this circle die, and again, look at all cut and emboss at the same time. So you're going to cut them, and you're going to be able to emboss them at the same time. Now, the circle die, you could cut out joy, all is merry and bright, let your heart be light, happy new year. And then your rectangle could do season's greetings, happy holidays to you and yours this Christmas. Don't think that's going to fit in there. And then this big one, which is gorgeous. Again, cut and emboss on this both. Isn't this pretty? And look at this. You could cut that one out. You could do that one. You could do this one. You could do this one. This would fit in most of them as well. Gorgeous, gorgeous set. And I just can't believe how many of our dies are cutting and embossing at the same time, which is really nice. And then look at all the different elements here. You could put this on your card base and emboss that in, cut that into your card base. How pretty would that be? So that is bundle number 2 with this suite of products. And then you get 6x6 Lights Aglow. Now this is specialty, which means it has foil in it. Can you see that okay? Lisa, is that showing up all right? Look at that. Look at the gold foil in that. Can you see that? Isn't that pretty? Now this one is pretty cool. This one you could cut these 4 sections out, and you could make some 3x3 cards and use this as your frame. And it's all gold foil on the outside. So you have a few of those in here. And you got the circles. Again, not just Christmas. Back side of that. Isn't it pretty? And then that's the back side of that with the stars. And remember, it's specialty paper, so it has foil in it. Now look at this one. Look how pretty that would be. Can you see? I'm not sure if the camera's picking up all the sparkle in this paper or not. Isn't that pretty? And then look at that one with the gold. Love this one. Love it. And that's the back side. And then you've got this one. Isn't that pretty? Love this one too. Very vibrant, and it has the gold foil in it. With the stars. You got stars in red, stars in green, and then there's some of in the red. So you have the cherry cobbler, and you have the soft succulent with those that you can actually cut these out and make. You could either do 3x3 cards, or you could use it as a focal point on your card base. Either one would work. But isn't that pretty? I absolutely love this. So that is the 6x6 Lights Aglow designer specialty paper with foil. But there's more to this. We also have festive foils in 12 by 12. So again, this is specialty also, so it's going to have foils in it. Hey, Vicky. Good to see you. Look at how much this, look at this, how beautiful it is. So you're going to get 6 sheets of this, 2 of each. Get the, look at the gold. How pretty is that? So good to see you, Vicky. How have you been? And then love, love, love this one. Can you see the foil? So pretty. Hey, Sharon. Isn't this gorgeous? So this is all foiled paper. Whoops, I keep hitting the camera with this. Sorry, guys. You'll get 6 sheets, 2 of each, and it's cherry cobbler, gold, and soft succulent. Doing good, Vicky. Enjoying the summer. I've been enjoying this nice weather. Lots of pool time with my grandchildren. And then there's still more. Look at this one. Now, I got excited when I saw this, and I'm going to tell you why, because I think I told you at the beginning, Evening Evergreen was my favorite color last year for Christmas cards. And this glimmer paper, look at that. Look how beautiful that is. So you're going to get the glimmer paper in gold, soft succulent, gold, Evening Evergreen, gold, and very vanilla. So this one's vanilla. We have the white glimmer paper in the candy cane bundle, Sweeter Products. This one's going to be vanilla. Isn't that pretty? So lots of paper. Choices with these Sweeter Products. And again, you don't have to get them all if you don't want them. You can get just some of it, or you can, you use it the way that you want. But I absolutely love that. So you're going to get this one, you're going to get this one, and you can get this one. 3 different sets of papers in this Sweeter Products. Isn't that beautiful? And oh, you know what I forgot to show you? This was part of the candy cane. You get real red and garden green. You're going to get 2 of them. You see that? And you also get it in the garden green. I always like to test it. Oh, it makes it really easy, Bo. Look at that. How pretty that is. And then this set also has this satin edged ribbon. Look how pretty. And then it also has the red and green adhesive backed pearls. Can you see that? Has like a light, I'm assuming that must be soft succulent, silver, gold. All in is part of this suite right here. And then Cottage Wreaths was my next set that I got. And what I liked about this set is, well, whenever you have wreaths, you can, I mean, it's definitely not just holiday, it's year round. But this paper pack is Gingham Cottage, and I'm going to show it to you. This is 48 sheets of 12 by 12. So let me just bring that in. I didn't realize this when I got it, but look how thick, I don't know if I can show you, the paper pack is. It's like 4 times the amount of what you get in a normal 12 by 12 pack. So it has this one here, and then the small one. So this can be used year-round, all 4 seasons, all holidays. And then you have this one. And then you have, look at this, how beautiful. And they're all different colors and sizes of the designs. And then look at this one. Oh, so pretty. And this one looks like soft succulent. Here. That one. Could use this one for Halloween if you wanted to. So you have 12 different designs in this set. Isn't that pretty? Look at this one. Colors are so vibrant and so rich. One more. Isn't that pretty? So that is all the paper that comes in this set, which is, like I said, it's like 4 times the size of a regular 12 by 12 pack. And then you have the beautiful stamp set, and you can make wreaths. You can do the straw type. You can do the full type. You've got greetings to match holidays or events all year long. Hello, boo, Merry Christmas, grateful. Some people just make life better. This is every day, all year long. The paper can be all year long. It's photopolymer. So another set that will really go a long ways. And wait until you see the dies. Look how many dies there are. You've got your leaves. You can cut the outside of them. You can do the detail. You can put all kinds of greenery on it. You can do all kinds of, you got a little bug. You got your little sprigs. You've got a bow. Isn't that pretty? 22 dies in this set. And this one also comes with, oh yeah, you've got this silver threaded twine. See this silver in there? How pretty that is. And and then the other thing that comes with this suite is you've got the Pearlized Enamel effects. And what you can do is this comes in white, black, and red, and you can literally stamp your wreath, and you can use the red and you can put berries on them for a more 3D effect. So we haven't had this kind of stuff for a while, so that was a nice surprise to see that. Okay, and then another set I got is this one here, Very Best Occasion. And I liked this because of all the sentiments. Sending you smiles for every moment of your special day. With a little more sparkle and a little less stress, let's make Christmas the very best. How nice is that? Love you, miss you. Endlessly grateful, with comfort and love. So many different occasions that you could use this with. And this comes with a Very Best Trio Punch that you can put a slot in. If you want to put a ribbon through, you could do your corners, corner different designs. So this is a bundle together. And let me just show you. So Stampin' Up has come out with a new offer. If you buy the starter kit, you can actually get this beautiful planner. And it comes with so much that you can't even put it all in there. I started to put mine together. And I only did because it's an 18-month planner, so I only did the first 6 months, well, the last 6 months, because it's 18 months, so I did July to the December, and then I'm going to go ahead and update it for when the new year starts. But it's beautiful. It has all our designer colors and flowers on it. If you join this month or next month Stampin' Up, you are going to actually get this for free. These are all the pieces that I haven't even put in yet. There's so much that comes with this. You also get 3 notebooks that come with this set. One has line paper. One has dots for creating or designing. And then this one is just plain, which I like. Isn't that beautiful? And it also comes with this Making Plans stamp set to use in your planner. And it actually has our Stampin' Up logo in here for your cards. So if you were thinking about joining, it would be a good time to do that. And you would get this entire kit added to your starter kit for free. And then the last thing I wanted to show you is the Happiest Hippos set. This is a celebration set. You can get the set for free. So it's got the hippos, and it actually has the dies. You can get the hippos with a $50 order. You can get the die set with a $50 order. So for $100, you can get both of these. And I immediately saw this, and I liked the tutu because my granddaughter is just had her first year of dancing, and we had her first recital. So I want to show you a couple things I've made just recently. So this is a card I made for my daughter's in-laws. They just got a new boat. And so I thought this would be really fun to send this card to them. Enjoy, happy for you. So that's that one. This card here, I got from my friend Jody, who sent this to me. And look at that. Is that too stinking cute? You're always on point. Look at that. Love, love, love. Now so these are hippos, but I've also seen them made into cows. And they're really cute as cows as well. And then I made my granddaughter this. I did not design this card. I cased it from another demonstrator with the hippo on stage with the curtain. And it's an easel card. Can you see that? And I'm actually going to save it for her. Is that too cute? Love, love, love. So those are a few things that I just started working on in my craft room over the past couple of weeks. I hope that you guys are starting to stamp a little bit and get back in the swing of things. It's so good to see you. I want to thank you for stopping by. I hope that I've been able to share some products with you that maybe you had your eye on or you're thinking about. Let me know if you don't have a catalog and you need one, or if there's something that you would like to purchase. I have my host code up here on the top of the screen that's still active. If you want to place an order with every $50 through Celebration, doing the Celebration catalog, you can get free products. So now is a great time to grab a few things that might be on your list. Okay. Thank you again for joining me. I hope you have a great rest of the night and the rest of the week, and we will talk soon. Take care. Bye-bye.